And that was it. I wrote a letter and I sent it to the restaurant, and after a while they actually reached out to me. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Reginald-Paul, and if you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate you. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back and clicking every video that comes up on this channel. I am grateful and I really appreciate you, and it encourages me to do more. So guys, today we'll be having a little chit chat. I'll be sharing my experience, the experience I had with the restaurant, and this is not to call out any restaurant or drag out any restaurant. This is just me sharing my experience and just sharing how I went about it. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to be mentioning the name of the restaurant, and I'm not going to be mentioning the location of the restaurant. So that's it. And please, if you are close to me and you know this restaurant, please do well not to comment it in the comment section. I really appreciate that. This is just to share my experience with my community. So the story started with, like, on Father's Day, my mom and I decided to treat the men in our lives to a buffet, just to eat and have family time and all that. So we decided to organize that, and we chose a reputable restaurant. After every inquiries, preparation, we sorted out everything, and we were ready to have this buffet. Meanwhile, before I actually booked that restaurant, I had done my inquiries with different restaurants, and I just realized that, okay, I like this particular restaurant because of their menu, the particular food they had on the menu, and this was ishewu and nkobi. It's a Nigerian delicacy, basically, and that was going to be on the menu, and I was like, oh wow, this is different. So that was like one of the deciding factors. That was one of the reasons why I actually chose that particular restaurant. So I also made other inquiries, and they also told me that, oh, the buffet lasts from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the evening. So I was like, that's fair enough. So yes, we did everything, we organized it, we informed everybody that was involved, and we're all looking forward to it, family time, and just celebrating the men, Father's Day, celebrating the men in our lives. So basically, so on this particular day, like on Father's Day, when we got there, I'm full of expectation, because this restaurant is a reputable restaurant, and I just expected the best. Like, I actually hoped for the best. So we got there by 2 p.m. Yes, we got there by 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and went to the buffet point, the point where you dish the food from. We got there, and then we're just opening all the pots, and then I was just seeing that all the pots were empty. And it was not even as if the buffet was cheap. It was not as if it was so cheap that, this is a reputable restaurant, so their price too was reputable. So all the pots were empty, and I kept calling out to the managers like, oh, you guys are not refilling your pots and all that, and they kept saying, oh, they're working on it. So I was like, okay, maybe they're actually working on it. But I noticed that they just kept refilling the pot in little pieces, they were just putting very small pieces, and this was just not giving the buffet experience. This was not giving the buffet experience, and at some point it became frustrating. And okay, then after a while, I asked them for the ishewu and the nkobi delicacy, which they told me that will be on the Sunday menu, and they're like, oh, that they are working on it. So I said, okay, they're working on it. That's, for me, that was even my catching point. That was even what made me book that particular restaurant for this event. And they kept telling me they are working on it, they are preparing another batch. The first batch they did had finished. So I was waiting patiently for ishewu and nkobi. So I waited till 4, and they never refilled that pot. For me, I felt like the smallest honesty, the simplest honesty would have solved the situation. Oh, we had an overflow today and we've run out of this menu. I would have removed my mind from it, but they kept telling me, we're working on it, we're preparing it, just hold on, until the buffet ended. Like, they never refilled that pot, and I was just like, so bad. And like my guests too, everybody felt like disappointed because I had really hyped the whole experience and all that, and I told them that, oh, there's going to be unkopi and ishewu, because I mean that's one delicacy that at least most people in Nigeria look forward to, and people are like excited to have that in a buffet, you know, menu. So after the whole like so I actually wrote to the restaurant, like actually wrote a letter. I did not write as a lawyer. I didn't write as a lawyer, I just wrote like a simple letter on an A4 paper. Okay, and I just sent it to the restaurant, just expressing myself and just telling them how terrible their services were to me, and how that I wanted the management to look into the whole thing. No threats, no nothing, just me expressing myself. I sent it to the restaurant, and after a while they actually reached out to me and they apologized, and they actually offered me a voucher for a free buffet with drinks for just one person. First of all, I felt like one person is too poor. I mean, like I hosted 4 people in your restaurant and you're giving me a voucher for just one person. I was expecting them to like give me for like at least for 2, but that didn't come, and I wasn't really after what they had to offer. Like I just wanted to express myself to them and tell them that, hey, I don't like the services I got in your restaurant, please look into it. And that was the essence of my letter. They were like, oh yeah, sorry and all that. So guys, I just felt like I should share this experience because I've come to realize basically that at this point, like I do not think that if someone does something to you, like if a brand doesn't treat you right, you should just like swallow it and just keep quiet and just brush it off. And at the same time, I'm not even asking you to make trouble, right? I'm not asking anybody to make trouble. All I'm saying is that people should be able to know when their actions and their inactions are affecting us one way or the other. I mean, like I actually paid for that buffet. I paid in full, but we didn't get value for money. Like, I didn't get value for money, and even their voucher too still did not give me the value for money. So I just felt like this was like their reputation and their services was not matching, like it was not at par, and I just felt like they needed to work more on their services and all that. So guys, basically this is just the whole essence of this video. Like I feel like we should be able to like let another person know that, oh, this is how your action is affecting me, this is how your inaction is affecting me adversely, and I think you should stop. This is not to become a troublemaker in quotes, and it's also not to, you know, go about threatening litigation or seeking for cheap compensation. You know, this is just a way of like putting people in check, and like, because the world is supposed to accommodate everybody, right? This world is supposed to accommodate everybody, so people should be able to stay in their own space and not, you know, encroach into another person's space. So I actually give them some credit for doing that. Like some brands will not do that. So I come in peace. I come in peace. I am not an advocate for litigation. I'm not even that kind of lawyer, but at the same time, you should also be able to tell somebody that this is how your actions have affected me and I don't feel good about it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you. You're watching this video, liking, sharing, subscribing. Just helps me on YouTube, it helps me in real life, it helps me like all around. It encourages me to do more, and I'm really grateful for your time. Thank you so much. See you guys in my next video. Bye.